to my Halloween edition where we're going to discuss fears. Now, when I thought about making this video initially, I had decided to ask all of my followers on Instagram what was their greatest fear, right? So that we could compare notes and stuff. But unfortunately, it didn't work out as I had planned, since y'all went really dark with your rational fears, yo. So I decided to make this video about irrational fears, fun things. And we're going to start with ghosts. Ghosts don't really scare me because I don't believe they're real. If you think about it, if they were real, the Nazis would have won the war. With all their obsession with the occult and their unlimited resources and whatnot, they would have found a way to use them, but they didn't find anything. So there you go. The second reason why I'm not afraid of ghosts is because you'll know how deja vu really works, right? It's an error on how you store memories in your brain. You have your short-term memory, mid-term memory, and long-term memory. Sometimes something that just happened, instead of going to your short-term memory slot, it goes all the way to your long-term memory slot, and that's why you think that this happened a long time ago, but it actually didn't. It's just a mistake. Now, put a pin on that, because I'm going to come to that, and you're going to get my point. Now there's time, right? Time is not linear as we humans experience it, because we're dumb and our brains don't have the capacity. Hi! Lilu just wanted to say hi. Time actually happens all at once. Now, what if ghosts, or what we think are ghosts, are actually just an error in how we process time? Just like a deja vu. So what if it's actually just something that's happening at the same time as time happens, but our brains are like, and that's my explanation. I hope I made myself clear. I get it, so yeah. And then there's demons. Now let me tell you something in case y'all didn't know. I was raised in a very strict Catholic home where things like demons and demonic possessions and exorcisms were real and an actual resource for stuff. Now that I'm older and I'm rational, I'm like, yeah, demons don't exist, right? But then my brain takes me to this place in time where I was like 8 years old, and one of my distant relatives was exorcised. Yeah. The Catholic Church invented the 7 deadly sins, right? Hey, and one of them is sloth, which it actually which it actually doesn't mean just being lazy. What it really meant is depression. Because when you're depressed, you don't feel like doing anything, everything hurts, and you're not motivated at all. So the church said, we ain't having none of that. You're gonna get up your ass and start doing stuff. Okay, so they made it a sin and they called it sloth. Now, people who are more prone to being possessed are people who are depressed. It really sucks that the church demonized mental illness in such a way. We're not getting into that. I'm gonna tell you my story. When I was about 8 years old, I had this distant relative. I don't really even remember her name. She was kidnapped by this woman who claimed to be a witch or a fortune teller or something like that. And after she was rescued and the witch or whatever went to jail, my grandma went to her bishop and talked to him about everything that had happened, and he suggested an exorcism because she might be possessed. And my grandma, of course, got on board with the idea, and they exorcised my relative. After she was exorcised, she came to live with us for a while until she got back on her feet. Now, I wasn't allowed to hang out with her very much, especially by myself, because, well, she had been possessed. There was a demon inside her. But whenever I actually saw her, spend some time with her, she seemed really off. She had really dark circles and her eyes seemed like they were sunken in. She was really spacey. And when I was little, I attributed that to the fact that she had been possessed. You know, makes sense. But when I grew older, I was just appalled by it. I mean, poor girl. She not only had been kidnapped and traumatized by that event, but also when she thought she had come to a safe place, she was tortured, emotionally tortured by a priest for who knows how long, you know? So, just feel really bad for her. I don't know if you'll believe that's actually true or if you have any similar stories to mine, but that's mine. And it makes me really sad to come to think of it now that I'm older. But when I was little, it was really scary. And my mind just goes to that place whenever there's talk about demons. So that's my Halloween video to y'all. My cats are making a mess in my bedroom over there. Little jerks. And then there was this ice cream truck in the background. I don't know if you could hear it. I hope you weren't able to, but whatever. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a super spooky Halloween and save candy for me because I don't have enough. I know I have a huge bag, hey, but there's never enough candy. Love y'all. Mwah! Hey, come here, man. Man. Here she is.